this morning, I should say, Memphis's biggest game of the season thus far. This is the only time they will play a Power 5 opponent.
Yeah, right now there's a lot more blue out there than there is red. We've started to see some Arkansas fans trickle in as we've been going. Oh, we must have some fans. Hello.
Okay, there we go. We just heard a big whoop pig real quick.
Whoop pig behind us already. That's what we want. We want you to experience the environment that's out here today so you can get an idea of what if you're not out here, what you're missing. Let's get you caught up, though, on what we're actually talking about. We're talking about the game first and foremost, and part of that is how we've gotten to where we're at. Let's take a look so far at Memphis' season, how Memphis has gotten to where they're at so far in this season. Right now, Memphis coming in undefeated. Tigers looking to go 4-0 for the first time in a long time, since 2019. But you can see the Tigers right now started the season with a lopsided win over Chattanooga, 45-10 was that first win. Then you're talking about a win over Georgia State, 38-16 was the score in that one. And then, Rich, they got a good win over Troy. Maybe not the offensive output they were hoping for initially, but they did get the win.
Yeah, Memphis so far has put up at least 20-plus points in those victories, and obviously a key to their victory so far has been the play of Brendan Lewis. I know we've talked about him in the weeks leading up, that dual threat ability, and then Sutton Smith, he's come on strong as their 4-year running back. 241 yards on the season thus far. He will be a big deal if they need to win, if they want to get a victory today over Arkansas.
Well, and they've got a stable of running backs back there, and so, Sutton could probably have 500 yards if he was the only, our running back that's really getting carries. But because they have so many talented running backs in that backfield, they're able to spread that love out quite a bit. So we've talked about kind of how Memphis got here. Let's talk a little bit about how Arkansas got to this point, because Arkansas started off strong, but then had we'll call it a speed bump last week in their game.
Yeah, I was out there actually at Vaught Hemingway Stadium in their game against Ole Miss, and it was a rock fight. It was back and forth, both teams just trading punches. Arkansas climbed their way back and had a chance in the end, but strip fumble ended up having them come out on the losing side, where they did fall 41-35. And that is what kind of has me nervous about Memphis going into this game, Ruben. You're talking about a team in Arkansas that was right there, had a chance to get their statement victory over a number 13 ranked team in Ole Miss, and then now they're with the opportunity to kind of get back right against Memphis, and they're going to come out with more to gain and more to prove.
So let's get you caught up on what they've done so far this season. A lopsided win early on, 52-7 over Alabama A&M, and then the in-state game. I don't know if you call it an in-state rivalry because it's Arkansas State, but it's an in-state game, 56-14. And then there you go. You talk about that loss that we just mentioned at Ole Miss, 41-35. The final score in that loss to Ole Miss. So the Arkansas Razorbacks right now really cannot afford another loss, and they definitely cannot afford a loss out of a Power 5 conference if they have any plans on contending for an SEC title and then eventually, being in the college playoffs. There's a lot going on. Let's talk about the series now between these. They're so close, you would think they played 100 times.
But they've only played 5 times. In fact, the last time they played, 1998, I was only a child. You was probably only, like a teenager or a 20-year-old.
Either way, I was better looking than you.
But I was surprised that these two teams have only played 5 times. But the thing that I look back a lot at that game in 1998 was it was predominantly Hogs fans.
Yeah, so we'll see if that happens today. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to get you caught up on what Memphis fans need to know. We've got our Memphis insider, Gabe Coon, joining us right after this quick break. You don't want to miss it.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
I'm about to lose my worried mind if I can find a way to find you. I've been wasting all my time. I was spending all my doubts and truth.
This Labor Day, get a free Simmons mattress at Royal Furniture. Save $200 on this queen bedroom group, only $30 a month, plus free mattress. This queen bedroom, only $38 a month, plus free mattress. Choose from any of these queen bedroom groups for only $25 a month, plus free mattress. Pick up our special circular in-store for even more savings. These deals are in stock at our local warehouse and available with no money down. Hurry, these deals won't last. Head to Royal Furniture today.
Huddle up, team. When it comes to football, you gotta be tough. just like the way NST handles car wreck cases. At NST, we've won billions of dollars for our injured clients by being aggressive on offense, dodging the insurance company's lowball offers, and scoring maximum settlement touchdowns. Just stick to the NST game plan and win big.
NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
Whether it's a small clog or a larger mainline sewer drain issue, the experienced technicians at Conway Services are ready to solve all of your drain problems. Take advantage of our 83 or It's Free mainline drain cleaning special. Feel secure knowing the trusted professionals at Conway Services guarantee that if we can't clear it, you don't pay for it. Call 384-3511.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now.
Good Saturday morning. I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Burchett with a check of your game day forecast. Tailgating weather looks fantastic. Plenty of sunshine. Starting off around 80 degrees this morning. It will be a little warmer through the game. In fact, by kickoff, expect temperatures in the mid to upper 80s and eventually into the low 90s this afternoon. Good news is, though, we do expect plenty of sunshine and rain chances will stay low. Again, by kickoff, totally dry but warm, up to 88 by noon in Memphis. Again, temperatures do get to the low 90s this afternoon. I can't completely rule out a shower somewhere, but odds of seeing rain are pretty slim through the day today. Certainly by this evening, radar looks clear. Temperatures dropping back to the 70s for Saturday evening and Saturday night. Rain chance is pretty low today, but as we look ahead to next week, it looks like we are going to have a change in the weather pattern that could introduce some better chances for showers and storms next week. For today, though, things look great. 93, a mix of sun and clouds. Very slight storm chance tomorrow. Most of us dry. And then through next week, there's that change in the pattern. Spotty pop-up thunderstorms almost each day next week. And that does knock our temperature down a little bit. Back to the 80s for the first week of fall.
The stadium's going to be packed. Our great fans are going to be there. It's going to be a tremendous opportunity on a national stage to continue to showcase who we are and what we're all about.
All right, you just heard from Memphis head coach Ryan Silverfield talking about the opportunity that today provides for the Memphis Tigers and the city of Memphis as well. We're joined now by the man, the myth, the legend.
Frequent friend of the program, Mr. Gabe Coon.
Hey, that's too nice. You guys are too kind. Too kind. It's been good to see you again. And Richard, congrats.
Yes,
Congrats on your recent, moving on up in the world. Gotta love it.
Speaking of moving on up, Memphis trying to move on up right now. Let's get into it. What do you see what does Memphis have to do to win this thing? Like, this is a big opportunity.
I think they have to do a lot more offensively, open up the playbook, and let Brennan Lewis take some more shots downfield. I think stretching the field against this Arkansas defense is going to be vital. Arkansas, if you watched last week against Ole Miss, you had a backup quarterback in Trinidad Chambliss go off for 350 yards. Yeah. And I don't think Brennan Lewis and his skill set are dissimilar. So I feel like that's something they need to try to take advantage of. Obviously get Sutton Smith involved as well, but I think the biggest key for Memphis today is dealing with a guy who through 3 games has 1,173 yards of offense and 13 touchdowns in Taylor Green. Contain him, and I think everything else will take care of itself.
Now, Gabe, you have been in moments like this, being a former player yourself. What do you think the guys in the locker room are feeling? Because, of course, during the week, coaches are giving us coach speak and saying that they're locked in. Do you think there's any nerves going into this match, seeing that this is Memphis' biggest opportunity to impress the College Football Playoff Committee?
It's a great question, just because I think most of the time you're going to hear coaches and players always say, oh, it's the next game. That's why it's important. The coach, I'm just trying to go 1-0 this week. That type of thing.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is the intensity in practice is different. The intensity before the game is different. That pit in your stomach feels a little bit heavier. You know what I mean? So I always tried to, when I was playing in these games, whether it's Ole Miss in 2015 or UCLA in 2017 or on the road in the Rose Bowl in 2014 against UCLA or on the road at Vaught Hemingway playing Ole Miss, I always tried to take that emotion and sort of pour it into game planning. Use that to watch more film, get ready before the game, because the tendency here is to play with too much emotion. And the emotions can get out of hand. You have to play with controlled emotion, and I'd imagine that's what Ryan Silverfield's telling his team and has been preaching all week.
So let's do this. We know you have to go soon, but can you hang around for just a couple more minutes, and let's get a little bit more into this. We'll talk about the keys to victory for Memphis right after this quick break.
Absolutely.
Let's take a break. When we come back, more with Gabe Coon. We're going to tell you what he believes Memphis has to do on the keys to victory. We'll be back right after this quick break.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
When my husband was hit and killed by a truck, insurance only offered $500,000. What they thought was fair.
But we knew better. At NST Law, insurance companies don't have the final say.
They got me over $6 million. That's 12 times more than insurance offered.
After an accident, it's hard to know what you're really owed. That's why NST fights to make sure you get every dollar you deserve.
NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
Save big this Labor Day at Royal Furniture. Take home either of these sofa and love seat combos, only $13 a month. This 3-piece sectional, only $25 a month. This 4-piece modular sectional, only $33 a month. This sofa with storage and a fold-out bed, only $9 a month. Pick up our special circular in-store for even more savings. These deals are in stock at our local warehouse and available with no money down. Hurry, these deals won't last. Head to Royal Furniture today.
Get your home ready for the change in seasons with a $69 HVAC tune-up from Conway Services. Our pros can help you lower energy costs, prevent costly breakdowns, and make sure your system is running at peak efficiency right when you need it most. And it's all backed by Conway's exceptional service guarantee.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today. I'm about to lose my worried mind if I can't find a way to find you. Pretty, pretty, please can you rescue me from the running that I'm stuck in? Put a little thing in my cup of tea if you know I got your love in. I've been wasting all my time. I'm spending all my doubts, it's true.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
All right, welcome back to our 24th Floor Live pregame special. We're talking about Memphis and Arkansas's big game today, and we are ready for it. We've got Gabe Coon here, stuck with us for another segment because we didn't get a chance to get into the keys to victory for Memphis. Let's talk about those and break those down one at a time. First thing we've got is contain Tailgating Green. Why is that so crucial?
Oh, it's very crucial because right now, here's a stat. He is 4th in the SEC in rushing. Not among quarterbacks. Not among quarterbacks.
Yeah.
4th in the SEC in rushing,
That is
over 300
insane.
yards through 3 games against that Ole Miss team. 13 carries for 111 yards and a couple touchdowns. And then you look at his yards per carry average, guys, 9 per carry. So you can't let him break the pocket. You have to get him down on design runs. Be very careful with how you treat Tailgating Green.
Now, another keys to victory for Memphis, I would have to say, is they got to keep the ball in front. I was looking down at the stats. Arkansas, 245 yards per game, number 1 in the nation in converting on 3rd down.
Yep.
So what did you think the challenge will be for Memphis to kind of keep the ball in front of them?
You're going to have a good pass rush and hang up in the back end. Like, everybody keeps, because it still has to do with Taylor Green, right?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that have asked me this week, if you're a defensive coordinator, what would you advise a defensive coordinator to do against Taylor Green? And really, all I tell them is mix up your coverages, mix up your blitz packages, and hold on to your butt, because you don't know what he's going to do.
We'll give him something he's never seen before.
He can make plays on platform and off platform. He's great.
Well, he makes those. If you can give him something he doesn't see regularly, then you can get 2 or 3 plays to get some momentum.
And he's a guy who has had his confidence shaken in the past. So if you can do that early, get a pick from him, get a turnover, maybe you could bother him the rest of the game.
Now, I'm glad you brought up defensive coordinator, because it's something I definitely want to ask. The defensive coordinator for the Tigers, Jordan Hankins, he's seen Taylor Green before several times. Obviously, when Taylor Green was at Boise State, and of course he watched the footage when Taylor Green was last year in the Liberty Bowl. Do you think that really does help going into a game like this? As we asked him earlier this week, he said, I watched all the tape.
Yeah, I think without question it helps. Now, in the end of the day, what my take has been all week, and really all season, is Taylor Green is now 1 year of eligibility left. He's a senior. He has stepped into a different level of playmaking and a different level of understanding within the offense that he's running. He's not turning the ball over. He's not near as erratic as he has been in the past. So you can watch all the film you want from the past, but I don't think that fully applies to Taylor Green of 2025.
Yeah, so let's keep going with our keys to victory. The last one we had on honor was mojo plays on offense, and I guess what we mean by that is right now Arkansas averages about 10 points more a game than Memphis. So Memphis, we feel like, needs to have a couple of those big plays to get Arkansas's defense off their feet, right? To get them on their heels.
Yep. Run and pass. You need to find a way to expose it either way. You have one of the fastest running backs in this conference. And last week in college football, Sutton Smith hit a 21.9 mile per hour speed on that 50-yard run at Troy.
Right there.
Sounds like me.
But I also think they have to unlock Brendan Lewis a little bit. I feel like they've been relatively vanilla in the first couple of games with the pass game. So get into a little bit more play action. Play with Arkansas's defense eyes. They're going to man up about 60+% of the time. See if your wide receivers can win some matchups.
All right, we don't have much time left, so let's talk about your prediction. We got about 30 seconds left in the block. What do you think? Score, prediction, what you got?
I got 35-24 Arkansas Razorbacks, unfortunately. But hey, it's hard to come into the Liberty Bowl and win a ball game if you're a power conference opponent. They're 5-0 against power conference opponents. I think that Memphis can win this game, but based on the way Arkansas's offense has been humming, I just have to lean their way from an objective standpoint.
You don't think the crowd would help?
I think it should. It should.
Make those plays.
But you got to make those plays. And Taylor Green and this Arkansas team, they're used to playing in front of pretty raucous environments in the SEC.
They were all missed last week.
All right, so we got to take our next break. Gabe, appreciate you, brother.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all.
We'll be back with more. We're going to break down what the Arkansas Razorbacks need to do to win right after this quick break as you take.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
Huddle up, team. When it comes to football, you gotta be tough. Just like the way NST handles car wreck cases. At NST, we've won billions of dollars for our injured clients by being aggressive on offense, dodging the insurance company's lowball offers, and scoring maximum settlement touchdowns. Just stick to the NST game plan and win big.
NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
Save big this Labor Day at Royal Furniture. This Power Motion sofa with wireless chargers and storage, only $30 a month. This Power Motion sofa with LED lights and cup holders, only $15 a month. Take home this Power Motion sectional, only $25 a month. This reclining sofa, only $10 a month. Pick up our special circular in-store for even more savings. These deals are in stock at our local warehouse and available with no money down. Hurry, these deals won't last. Head to Royal Furniture today.
Save up to $4,500 with Conway Services, thanks to limited time tax credits and special incentives on energy-efficient HVAC systems. But don't wait. Those federal tax credits expire after December. Upgrade your heating and cooling system, and you can enjoy lower energy bills and year-round comfort for your family. Call now to lock in your savings before time runs out.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC.
You're taking a live look at the fun going on right here outside Liberty Bowl Stadium. We're still trying to get our Arkansas insider, but while we are awaiting for the game, let's just talk a little bit more about some Arkansas keys to victory. Now, what Arkansas is going to have to do is limit Sutton Smith. Sutton Smith, like I said, 41 carries, 247 rushing yards, 52 receiving yards, 4 total touchdowns on the season thus far. Arkansas is going to have to keep him, to stop him, because Memphis is a run-first team. Also, they're going to have to keep rolling on. Like we said in our previous segment, Arkansas 245 rushing yards per game. Number 1 in the nation on third down. If they can get into a rock fight like they did against Ole Miss, this time it does favor them. Memphis, even though we are out here, does not have the crowd that Ole Miss does as far as getting everything involved. This is an earlier game compared to it being a night game, which does kind of favor, you could think about the energy and the intensity. And then last thing, Arkansas has to get those big third down stops, because if they can do so, then they will get more opportunities for Taylor Green to light them up. So we are waiting for our Arkansas insider to get here. But something that I do also like about what Arkansas does is they are making them seem not being so one-dimensional with Taylor Green. They got really good running backs in Mike Washington Jr. and Omega Blake, and those will be guys who will need to carry them to victory. We are going to take a quick break as we are waiting for our Arkansas insider to come in. You can take a live look so far, if we got a live look right now, of what's going on at Tiger Lane.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
Huddle up, team. When it comes to football, you gotta be tough. Just like the way NST handles car wreck cases. At NST, we've won billions of dollars for our injured clients by being aggressive on offense, dodging the insurance company's lowball offers, and scoring maximum settlement touchdowns. Just stick to the NST game plan and win big.
NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
This Labor Day, get a free Simmons mattress at Royal Furniture. Save $200 on this queen bedroom group, only $30 a month, plus free mattress. This queen bedroom, only $38 a month, plus free mattress. Choose from any of these queen bedroom groups for only $25 a month, plus free mattress. Pick up our special circular in-store for even more savings. These deals are in stock at our local warehouse and available with no money down. Hurry, these deals won't last. Head to Royal Furniture today.
Whether it's a small clog or a larger mainline sewer drain issue, the experienced technicians at Conway Services are ready to solve all of your drain problems. Take advantage of our 83 or it's free mainline drain cleaning special. Feel secure knowing the trusted professionals at Conway Services guarantee that if we can't clear it, you don't pay for it. Call 384-3511.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News now.
We've got to do a better job over there coaching, and we have to do a better job of making sure that our kids have time to process. And those two things we didn't do well, but we did better in the second half, which gives us a little bit of spark going into this week that, hey, we've got good players. Let's line them up and quit trying to win the chess match every time and let our players play.
And Coach Pittman has been letting the players play. I know you spoke about Taylor Green in the last segment, but let's talk a little bit more about the Arkansas offense in general and what they've been able to do. Eventually, we're gonna get some insight from our Arkansas insider. A little bit of traffic, as you might see behind us, so he's trying to get into the parking lot. Let's talk a little bit about this. Arkansas right now offensively ranks 5th in college football, in major college football, with 569 yards a game of offense. That's a lot.
Yes, it is definitely a lot. And then I touched on it in the last segment. A lot of those, it's not just Taylor Green. It's playmakers like Omega Blake, playmakers like
Which,
Mike
can we just
Washington.
Stop for a second and say Omega Blake might be the coolest
It
football
sounds like
name
a creative player name
ever created. Like
Omega.
But if Omega does not shine, then his parents have wasted that name at that point.
Don't say that.
Omega,
Come on.
that is a football name if I've ever heard one.
It would only be even cooler if they had somebody named Alpha on the team.
Alpha and Omega, that's
Alpha
right.
and Omega.
So while we talked about some of them, we're talking about this with our insider here in just a minute, but defensively though, I think that's where Memphis might have a little bit of an advantage because Arkansas does not play great defense.
No, they're porous. They are porous on defense. When I was out at Ole Miss last week, I just saw that Ole Miss kind of had their way. The fact that a backup quarterback, Trinidad Chambers, could come in and put up over 400 yards of total offense against an SEC defense, Arkansas is kind of doing bad to the SEC defense reputation.
Well, yeah, I mean, and Brendan Lewis can score. He can move the ball.
Yeah.
And so if Arkansas doesn't tighten up defensively, that could be a little bit of a problem. So, again, right now, so far, Arkansas has put up solid numbers. Even in the loss, they still scored 35 points. But the defense against a tough opponent is what really got them at that point in time, giving up those 41 points and a ton of yards to the backup quarterback, like you just mentioned. So, a lot to talk about when you talk about Arkansas's defense and their ability to potentially stop Memphis.
Now, I do want to ask you something, Ruben. Do you think because Arkansas had that crucial, heartbreaking injury last week, which we'll touch on to a little bit more with Kenny Walker, that the defense now plays a little bit more inspired to play for their brother?
I think they're going to play inspired because they don't want to lose.
Of course, but you know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of times we'll see in sports when injuries happen, that kind of rallies the team to kind of pick it up some. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there.
I'll tell you what, we'll ask the man himself after this quick break. We're going to be joined by Tyler Cass. He covers the Hogs day in, day out. The way you drink water, the way you sleep, that's the way he covers the Hogs. And when we come back, we're going to catch up with Tyler, and he'll give us all the insight on what we need to know about the Arkansas Razorbacks. Going to save a little bit of extra time for him, so we'll take a quick break right now. When we come back, that's when we'll catch up with Tyler Cass and give a nice long chunk of time for all those Arkansas Razorback fans out there. We'll be right back.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
Huddle up, team. When it comes to football, you gotta be tough. Just like the way NST handles car wreck cases. At NST, we've won billions of dollars for our injured clients by being aggressive on offense, dodging the insurance company's lowball offers, and scoring maximum settlement touchdowns. Just stick to the NST game plan and win big.
NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
Save big this Labor Day at Royal Furniture. This Power Motion sofa with wireless chargers and storage, only $30 a month. This Power Motion sofa with LED lights and cup holders, only $15 a month. Take home this Power Motion sectional, only $25 a month. This reclining sofa, only $10 a month. Pick up our special circular in-store for even more savings. These deals are in stock at our local warehouse and available with no money down. Hurry, these deals won't last. Head to Royal Furniture today.
Save up to $4,500 with Conway Services, thanks to limited-time tax credits and special incentives on energy-efficient HVAC systems. But don't wait. Those federal tax credits expire after December. Upgrade your heating and cooling system, and you can enjoy lower energy bills and year-round comfort for your family. Call now to lock in your savings before time runs out.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
I need to ask about Pittman off camera. All right, welcome back to the 24th Floor Live. Welcome back to the 24th Floor Live pregame special. I'm Ruben Diaz, joined by Rich Dixon, and we have the man, Tyler Cash, joining us. We're live outside live outside Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium. I want to make sure and address it properly as I turn around. The crowd is starting to fill in. You're starting to see more people showing up. We've talked about Memphis. We had a Memphis insider. Now we got to really get in the nitty-gritty with Arkansas. And Tyler, that's what you're here for.
Look, he's rocking the red already. He already knows what time it is.
He can't rock anything else.
Exactly. I believe that it is legally required for me to be wearing this as someone who's coming from the state of Arkansas. I don't know if you guys picked up on it last year with Coach Cal at Arkansas. There was a whole uproar about him not wearing red suits. He was wearing blue suits in the early season. And before conference play started,
that
he
changed.
went to a tailor, got red suits, and everyone was happy.
Don't get me started on Coach Cal in Memphis.
Let's stay focused on the football game today. Tyler, let's talk first and foremost. What have you seen? You know, we're covering Arkansas, but we're not covering Arkansas. What is your impression of this year's Arkansas Razorback football team?
As much as we are wrong in the preseason so many times, this has been the most. The preseason chatter has matched what we've seen in the first couple games.
Okay.
The offense is really, really good. The Tailgating Green in year 2 under Bobby Petrino is a real thing.
Yeah.
The defense is not good. and that's what we expected. That's kind of what we knew. The defense had to replace so many pieces. They weren't exactly great the last couple years either, and it's been a struggle. And even in the first couple games, Alabama A&M, Arkansas State, these games against lower level competition where they put up big numbers and they won by 30, 40 points, there were still all these kind of, it didn't look great that Alabama A&M went down on the very first drive of the year and made the defense look like Swiss cheese. Yeah, you shut them out the rest of the way, but that's troublesome. And then we saw last week against Ole Miss, when you go up against a really, really good offense, they couldn't stop them. I mean, Ole Miss scored, I think it was touchdowns on 4 straight drives, then a field goal, and then at the end, Arkansas's defense got a couple stops, but not the ones they needed. So it's they might have to win every game in a shootout. They might be equipped to do that on offense, but today is really the make or break, it feels like, after last week.
Now, coming off of that Ole Miss game, like we spoke on it earlier, you had an opportunity to win in the end, and it was a strip fumble that kept you from getting a win over a premier team like Ole Miss. Do you think having that sour taste in your mouth will really carry over into today to come into a hostile environment, but not as hostile as Vaught Hemingway? But do you think that this time they have that, be like, okay, we're going to get it done this time?
You hope so. I mean, in this environment, like you said, it's going to be a little bit friendlier to Arkansas. I mean, we are slightly closer to the state of Arkansas. Just go right over the river. All kinds of Hog fans here. I mean, you guys obviously are a Memphis TV station, but you got an Arkansas flag there.
Hey.
I would never dare to put the opposing team's flag on my set, but I understand.
We are just more neutral than you. We're Switzerland around here, brother.
No, I understand. But also, I mean, this is an Arkansas team that's very familiar with this stadium. I mean, they haven't played Memphis since, I think, 98 is the last time, but they've played in the Liberty Bowl 2 times in the last 5 years. In case you guys haven't done my favorite stat yet, I'm going to pull it out, which is Tailgating Green has more passing touchdowns in this building than anyone on the Memphis roster.
I was saving it. I was saving it for later in the
It's been my fun one all week. So it's the friendliest possible true road game it feels like Arkansas could really play at this point, and it's what they need. Now, this week has felt like years because you lose an Ole Miss game that, you were the underdog, but the way the game went, it broke for you to steal an SEC road win against a ranked opponent. The defense finally got the stop it needed at the end. The offense was moving, and then Jaylen Brown gets stripped, and then that's that.
One turnover of the game.
For either team.
Before we go any further, let's talk a little bit about the keys to victory for Arkansas. All right, we got about a minute left. Let's bring up those keys to victory for Arkansas real quick, if I can find these somewhere in my stat here. Arkansas's got to do a few things, we feel like. First off, stop Sutton Smith. Again, we only got about a minute left, so we'll go through these. Stop Sutton Smith, keep rolling on offense, which you mentioned they've been doing well, but then big third down stops. How crucial is that? Again, about 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, that's the flip. Arkansas's offense, best in the nation right now at third down. Defense, you got to go pretty far down the list. But yeah, it's all about getting the defense off the field, getting the offense on. And I'll add one more for you guys. They got to start fast.
Yes.
Because they've been all kinds of sluggish, and they can't afford to get behind again after what's been a really long week for the Razorbacks.
Real quick, can you give us a score prediction?
Ooh, let's go.
Put you on the spot.
Arkansas 34, Memphis 28.
Man, that is very close to Gabe Coon's numbers.
Better, but see, at least it's single digits.
Yeah, so that might be where we're going. Tyler, we appreciate you, brother. I know you hustled up here to do this for us. We got to take another break. When we come back, we're going to be checking out what the tailgating looks like out here. I'll be running over there to do that right after this quick break.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
Huddle up, team. When it comes to football, you gotta be tough. Just like the way NST handles car wreck cases. At NST, we've won billions of dollars for our injured clients by being aggressive on offense, dodging the insurance company's lowball offers, and scoring maximum settlement touchdowns. Just stick to the NST game plan and win big.
NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
Save big this Labor Day at Royal Furniture. This Power Motion sofa with wireless chargers and storage, only $30 a month. This Power Motion sofa with LED lights and cup holders, only $15 a month. Take home this Power Motion sectional, only $25 a month. This reclining sofa, only $10 a month. Pick up our special circular in-store for even more savings. These deals are in stock at our local warehouse and available with no money down. Hurry, these deals won't last. Head to Royal Furniture today.
Save up to $4,500 with Conway Services, thanks to limited time tax credits and special incentives on energy-efficient HVAC systems. But don't wait. Those federal tax credits expire after December. Upgrade your heating and cooling system, and you can enjoy lower energy bills and year-round comfort for your family. Call now to lock in your savings before time runs out.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
It's back here live at the game, the big game. We're talking, of course, about Arkansas and Memphis going at it today. We've been talking about the keys to victory for both teams, but now let's talk about the other big part of the game, and we're talking about the atmosphere, the tailgating. Just take a look around me. Oh, the Memphis fans are ready. Yeah. This is a pretty nice setup. Uh-oh, look at that. Is he allowed in here? Is he allowed in here? Somebody call the police. What is he doing in here? Let's talk to the man who set all this up, the man and woman. Kendall's right there. Can't leave Kendall out. This is George and Kendall, right?
Correct.
So, George, why did you guys start doing this tailgating stuff?
Well, we were always those Tiger fans that would show up. We go out to eat, show up 5 minutes before the game, pull in, and go park. And then our oldest daughter started going to college here, and my wife said, well, I want to start tailgating. So we started with one tent, one cooler, and one table, and you see what it's involved.
Yeah, you have expanded from one tent and one cooler.
But it's a family affair. We got my sisters and their husbands, my daughters and their husbands, my grandchildren, co-workers, and any any friends that they know, just come check us out. We're here every game.
They've already offered for us to eat as well. And I said if I wasn't going back on TV, I'd have a mouthful of food as we speak. Unfortunately, I can't do that. George, we're just going to walk around and see what you got going on here. So you just got tents of people that you know, fans, friends, family?
Family, friends, co-workers, they're all here.
Hi, granddaughter. One thing okay, we are not checking out the bar on live TV, just for the record. I'm not doing that, but I will check out. Check it out. I've never seen a little Memphis. This is a tissue. Oh, all right. Let's go, George. You guys are doing it right. A nice group of people set up out here to enjoy the game. This is how Memphis seems to be doing the tailgating today, which I think is pretty impressive. Memphis is not playing around. Who's winning today? Who said Hogs? Somebody. I think I should ask this guy over here who's winning. Hang on. Let me ask this guy. Big Dog, who's winning today?
Oh, the Hogs are taking it all the way. Go Hogs!
He's getting lots of boos. Somebody's barbecuing hogs today. He says, to me, this is one of the best parts of coming out to a game like this, right? Yeah, you're going to have a phenomenal game in the stadium with a ton of people excited about their team, but you also get to do this. If you just look out around, there's a sea of blue amongst all these cars of all of these Memphis Tigers. Oh, this might be the sign of the day right here. Our first one we've seen, Dine on Swine. That's cardboard. Don't eat that, brother. So we're going to continue to check out the tailgating part as well. In fact, right after this, we're going to see how the Hogs tailgate. We've checked out how the Tigers tailgate. We're going to check out how the Hogs tailgate right after we come back from this quick break. But again, one more time, who's winning today? We'll be back with more right after this quick break. I think that
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
I'm about to lose my worried mind if I can find a way to find you. I've been wasting all my time. I was spending all my doubts. It's true.
Save big this Labor Day at Royal Furniture. Choose between leather power motion packages, all for only $28 a month. These leather power motion sectionals with USB charging and adjustable headrest, only $28 a month. This leather power sofa and love seat combo, only $28 a month. Take home a leather power motion sofa, love seat, and recliner, all for only $28 a month. These deals are in stock at our local warehouse and available with no money down. Hurry, these deals won't last. Head to Royal Furniture today.
When my husband was hit and killed by a truck, insurance only offered $500,000. What they thought was fair.
But we knew better. At NST Law, insurance companies don't have the final say.
They got me over $6 million. That's 12 times more than insurance offered.
After an accident, it's hard to know what you're really owed. That's why NST fights to make sure you get every dollar you deserve.
NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
Get your home ready for the change in seasons with a $69 HVAC tune-up from Conway Services. Our pros can help you lower energy costs, prevent costly breakdowns, and make sure your system is running at peak efficiency right when you need it most. And it's all backed by Conway's exceptional service guarantee.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24.
Good Saturday morning. I'm Chief Meteorologist Trevor Burchett with a check of your game day forecast. Tailgating weather looks fantastic. Plenty of sunshine. Starting off around 80 degrees this morning. It will be a little warmer through the game. In fact, by kickoff, expect temperatures in the mid to upper 80s and eventually into the low 90s this afternoon. Good news is, though, we do expect plenty of sunshine and rain chances will stay low. Again, by kickoff, totally dry but warm, up to 88 by noon in Memphis. Again, temperatures do get to the low 90s this afternoon. I can't completely rule out a shower somewhere, but odds of seeing rain are pretty slim through the day today. Certainly by this evening, radar looks clear. Temperatures dropping back to the 70s for Saturday evening and Saturday night. Rain chance is pretty low today, but as we look ahead to next week, it looks like we are going to have a change in the weather pattern that could introduce some better chances for showers and storms next week. For today, though, things look great. 93, a mix of sun and clouds. Very slight storm chance tomorrow. Most of us dry. And then through next week, there's that change in the pattern. Spotty pop-up thunderstorms almost each day next week. And that does knock our temperature down a little bit. Back to the 80s for the first week of fall.
All right, so we have already done Memphis tailgate. Now we're at the Arkansas Razorbacks side of tailgating, and look. Big Stewie! They're not playing around with that. Big Stewie! All right, let's talk to them. They'll do this all day if you don't know. There's some more Razorbacks running around. Big Stewie! Razorbacks! All right, that's the official chant. All right, let's get in here so I can get out of the sun, first of all. So I will say we were at the Memphis tailgate a minute ago, and it was pretty big. Yeah.
Listen, we had to travel a long way to get here. Some people are still showing up.
Okay, so you guys are not done with your, okay.
No, not as early of a risers, I guess, but we're coming.
Oh, you're coming. So how excited are you to be here for this game right here in Memphis?
Very so excited. We're going to beat Memphis so bad.
Ouch! This is Memphis, so you don't want to say that too loud. Keep that on the low for now. Just there's a lot of Memphis fans out here. So where'd you guys come from for the game?
Fayetteville. I come from
Fayetteville,
Little Rock,
and
then across the bridge in Marion.
And who's running this show? The man. There's the man with the plan right there. All right, so I got to ask you, first tell the people your name.
My name's David.
Hey, David.
Jan.
And the wife, Jan. How does it feel to be the lone Hog fans here in a sea of blue? There is a sea of blue.
It feels great. I mean,
it feels like number one.
Oh.
We love the Hogs. We love Memphis. But go Hogs.
Now, I mean, we won't say enemy territory because you guys are Memphians, right?
We are Memphians.
We love some Memphis.
I went to Memphis.
You went to Memphis. Do they know that you're supporting the Hogs?
Well, I support Memphis when we're not playing the Hogs.
Okay, I was just making sure everybody knew that you were.
Our daughter goes to school at Arkansas.
So you were a double agent at this point.
That's right. I'm wearing blue on the back.
Okay, she's got blue on the back. We'll just leave it at that. So let's talk though about what made you decide to go ahead and set up your tailgate amongst this sea of blue.
Well, we wanted to be close to the stadium. We wanted to be able to spread out and do things the way we want to do them, which is food, beverage, and all those things.
And by beverage, he means water, of course.
Of course.
Of course, water.
And lots of friendship and fellowship. Yeah.
And we're from the South, so iced tea.
Oh, iced tea for sure. Yeah, good. So who's winning today and by how much?
Arkansas 7.5.
That's all you got? That's a close game.
Well, that's the prediction.
That's the line. He's sticking with the line. Come on.
The line has actually been pretty accurate lately.
All right. Rich will appreciate that if he stick with the line. All right, one time I got to find out who's winning today. Memphis said they were winning, just so we were clear. All right, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about today's big game live from out here. This is our 24th floor live pregame special. We'll be right back.
Wake up and end your day with ABC 24 News. Catch both the 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. newscasts right here on CW30. More ways to stay connected, more ways to stay informed. ABC 24 News, now on CW30.
Huddle up, team. When it comes to football, you gotta be tough. Just like the way NST handles car wreck cases. At NST, we've won billions of dollars for our injured clients by being aggressive on offense, dodging the insurance company's lowball offers, and scoring maximum settlement touchdowns. Just stick to the NST game plan and win big.
NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000.
This Labor Day, get a free Simmons mattress at Royal Furniture. Save $200 on this queen bedroom group, only $30 a month, plus free mattress. This queen bedroom, only $38 a month, plus free mattress. Choose from any of these queen bedroom groups for only $25 a month, plus free mattress. Pick up our special circular in-store for even more savings. These deals are in stock at our local warehouse and available with no money down. Hurry, these deals won't last. Head to Royal Furniture today.
Whether it's a small clog or a larger mainline sewer drain issue, the experienced technicians at Conway Services are ready to solve all of your drain problems. Take advantage of our 83 or it's free mainline drain cleaning special. Feel secure knowing the trusted professionals at Conway Services guarantee that if we can't clear it, you don't pay for it. Call 384-3511.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Welcome back, Rich Denson here. All right, let's get a little bit back to football. Let's talk about a guy who we've talked a little bit about on this program. I'm talking about running back Sutton Smith. Now, earlier this week, I had a chance to get to know him a little bit better with a little walk and talk. We hit the field, we talked about the mindset, and what's fueling this Memphis run. Here's a look at our conversation. We're standing right here on the 50 with Mr. Sutton Smith, who broke out that big 50-yard touchdown against Troy. Let's just talk about it, Sutton. Tell me about what was going through your head in that play.
Yeah, so I was actually upset because I had fair caught the punt, but I felt like I had time and I could, get a big return. So I'm like, I got to make it up on offense. So we snapped the ball. I seen the nose cross the center face, and I seen a big opening. I'm like, let me not get caught. So I hit the gas, and I'm around like the 20-yard line. I'm just like, don't get caught, don't get caught. So I turned it up a little bit more, and I got in the end zone. So thank God, it was a great feeling.
So talk to me a little bit about kind of the game day rituals. Do you have any pregame routines, any superstitions, anything like that?
So I always take a shower in the dark in the morning when I wake up. And another thing I do is, the first song I play is always this gospel song I played since I was in high school that my grandma sent me. So it just gives me some relief and it gets me ready for game day for sure.
Dude, so basically what you're saying to say, don't touch your headphones.
Yes, basically. And when I do touch them, I got to play that song for sure.
Okay, talk to me a little bit, like win or lose, what are we eating after the game? Especially here in Memphis.
Probably some smackers.
Okay.
I love smackers, some hot wings, some steak, and I'm gonna eat great too when we win, but I want to win for sure.
Okay, so now let's go back to music. Who you putting on the Ox?
I'm putting Gunna on the Ox for sure.
Okay.
Gunna, all the Atlanta rappers for sure. Gunna, Thug, Future, they're my top guys.
So fun fact, me and Sutton both from the Atlanta area. He's from Powder Springs, I'm from College Park. So Gunna, Future, Soulja Boy. See, I gotta go Soulja Boy because he's from my neighborhood.
Yeah. Southside.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we getting closer to the end zone, which is a place that you want to definitely find yourself for sure. Against Arkansas. Tell me kind of how are you feeling about the game? It's a big game, biggest game on ABC for Memphis in a while.
Yeah, feeling blessed, man. Excited for the opportunity, blessed about the opportunity, and this is why you come to Memphis, just to play on the biggest stage. This is why you play football, so just ready to hit the field and ready to take it with my guys.
Appreciate it
for sure.
Appreciate the time, Sutton. Good luck on
Saturday,
Saturday,
thank you.
man.
Can't wait, yes sir.
Sutton Smith, running back for the Memphis Tigers. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
All right, that's a great interview. Great to get to know a little bit more about Sutton Smith. But let's dig a little deeper into the numbers when you're talking about the running back comparisons between Sutton Smith and Mike Washington. These numbers not too far off.
Not at all. I mean, like I said, Mike Washington, he had some big runs against Ole Miss last week. And like I said, he'll be a guy who the Memphis defense will have to stop as well. I know we've spoken so much about Tailgating Green and containing him, but Tailgating Green, he'll have to keep the defense honest by handing it off to his tailback in Mike Washington.
Yeah, so when you talk about Mike Washington, you see he's got 260 yards so far. Sutton Smith with 247. Really, the numbers, the touchdowns, very close to each other as well. So you're talking about two players that are not that far off. You know, we've talked about the quarterbacks as well. You take a look at the quarterback battle, so to speak. Tailgating Green, very explosive, as we've mentioned.
So I'm so glad that we finally got to this side by side. So while Tailgating Green does have Brendan Lewis beat number-wise, as we can see on our screen here, what I really like is about the similarities to these guys, not only in the way they play, but in the way that they came up. Now, fun fact, Ruben, we hit on it on our 24th floor show, but in case the audience didn't get a chance to get in on our conversation, these two guys grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Tailgating Green, his father was Brendan Lewis's first sports coach. So there is a lot of familiarity between these two.
So we've talked a lot about what you can expect to see and the numbers and the breakdown, but let's hear from some of the people that are involved in the game. Let's hear from some of the coaches and players as they get ready for today's big game.
Trying to get the ball to our playmakers as much as possible. I got to do a better job being more consistent, especially last game we had too many ups and downs, so I feel like just the consistency is something that I need to do a better job of, and just yeah, pretty much that.
Take the ball away from him would be a good one, wouldn't it? You know, you just got to play total defense against the guy. I mean, you're going to get everything. You've seen him on tape. So we're going to play complete defense.
So there you go. You're hearing from the quarterback and defensive coordinator about, you know, the keys for that they believe have to happen. And we heard from Coach Pittman earlier about some of the things that he said he thought he needed to see happen. Everybody knows that if they don't play their best game today on either side, it could get ugly.
With that being said, Ruben, we're running out of time. Give us your quick score prediction.
Man, I hate to do it. I mean, Arkansas scores so easily.
Don't do it to me, Ruben.
Don't
do it to me, Ruben.
You know what? I used to work in Arkansas, full disclosure.
Don't
now
do
I
it
work
to
in
him.
Memphis. So I'm going 28-24 Memphis.
28-24?
Yeah, I'm going to go 28-24 Memphis.
Okay, that's a good close one. I still think that both teams going to hit the 30.
I'm going on the defensive side of things just because I'm going to be the odd man out. I'm going to be the oddball here. Everybody else is going in the 30s. I'm going in the 20s.
So I will agree with you there that I think Memphis wins, but I think it will be a shootout. Not like what we saw with Ole Miss Arkansas. I'm going 38-30 Memphis.
That's going to be, that would definitely be a shootout. Now, we could both very well be way off.
Not the 40-point shootout.
But we're going to homer out a little bit and rock with Memphis on this one just because we live in Memphis, we work in Memphis. Tyler Cass was quick to say he has to wear red every day. So, you know, like he's got to do what he's got to do.
Now, Ruben,
we got about a minute left.
Ruben, we've talked about it a lot on this program, but let's actually get to it. Do you think if Memphis wins today, it is one of the biggest victories in program history?
I think if Arkansas was ranked, it would be a huge win in program history. I think pride and respect-wise, it shows that Memphis can play with the big dogs if they get this win, for sure. But I don't know that I would rank it up there as one of the biggest. Speaking of big games, let's talk about the big games coming up today. Ken, you guys, the 11 o'clock game, Arkansas and Memphis, right here on ABC 24. Then at 2:30, we've got Auburn at Oklahoma. That should be an interesting matchup between those two. And then the nightcap tonight, 6:30, Florida at Miami. We're going to see exactly what happens with that. We've got about 30 seconds left, Rich. I want to say thank you to everybody who's made this show possible. And again, you can watch this on 24 plus our streaming app. Our 24th Floor show is also on there as well. We've got lots of content. We break this stuff down every single week. Rich, thank you so much for being a part of today's show. We want to thank all of our guests, Gabe Coon, Tyler Cass. We're going to get out here in plenty of time for you to get ready to watch the show. That's it for today's live 24th.
The 24th Floor Tigers vs. Razorbacks pregame special has been sponsored by NST Law, Memphis Tourism, Royal Furniture, and Memphis FX.